Darling, watch this if you want to know my future wife. If you're watching this, it means something in your heart already wonders. Could I be the one? So let me answer it, not with promises but with truth. If you want to know my future wife, you have to look past appearances, past perfect hair and filtered smiles. She's not a highlight reel. She's not some version of beauty the world demands. She's real, and she's felt things. She's the one who's been let down but still tries. The one who holds everyone else together but sometimes forgets to hold herself. The one who texts back even when she's tired, not because she's free, but because she cares. She won't always say the right thing. She might get quiet when she's overwhelmed. She might need time before she lets her guard down. But when she loves you, she loves with everything she has. My future wife, she's not loud about her love. She shows it. In the way she listens even when she's tired. In the way she remembers what I said in passing. In the way she shows up when I don't ask. Just because she knows I need her near. She's the one I'll want to come home to. Not just for comfort, but for peace. Not just for romance, but for presence. And here's the part that matters most. She won't be perfect, but she'll be mine. In the way she laughs with her whole chest. In the way her silence feels like a soft place, not distance. In the way she makes even the hardest days feel less lonely, just by existing. So if you're wondering if this is about you, if your heart started beating a little faster as I spoke, if you felt unseen, unloved, or like you're always too much or not enough, then maybe, just maybe, you already know the answer. Darling, if you're still here, still listening, then maybe your heart is holding onto these words for a reason. So now, let me tell you this, how I will love you, not just on the easy days, not just when you're dressed up, laughing, and everything feels light, but on the quiet mornings when you don't feel like smiling, on the nights when you overthink every word you've ever said, on the days when you feel tired of being strong for everyone. That's when I'll be closest, not because I have the perfect answers, but because I want to be the one who doesn't leave when your light dims, the one who stays and says, you don't have to shine for me to see you. I'll love you in the little things, making your favorite tea without asking, holding your hand under the table when you feel anxious, leaving notes in your bag on the days I know words are hard to find. I'll love you with patience, not just when things are going well, but when we disagree, when life gets messy, when we both need space but still choose each other in the middle of it. I don't want a perfect relationship. I want a real one, with real mornings where we forget the coffee's still brewing, with real conversations where we pause to understand, not just to reply, with real love that doesn't rely on mood, but on choice. Because that's what you'll be to me, a daily choice, a sacred one, not someone I love when it's easy, but someone I commit to when it's hard, when it's boring, when it's inconvenient because you're worth all of it. You won't have to chase my love. You won't have to guess if I'm all in. You'll feel it, in the way I speak your name, in the way I rest my hand on your back, in the way I protect your heart like it's part of mine because it will be. And if your voice ever trembles with the question, am I enough? I'll hold your face, look you in the eyes and say, you're not just enough. You are everything I never knew how to ask for. There was a time I wasn't ready, not because I didn't want love, but because I didn't know how to hold it without fear. I had wounds I didn't speak about, things I carried quietly, and even though I smiled and said I was fine, deep down I didn't believe someone would ever choose all of me. The loud parts, the quiet ones, and everything messy in between. So I kept my heart in my pocket. I gave people pieces, but never the whole thing. I stayed where it felt safe, because I thought love meant losing yourself to keep someone else happy. But then one day, I realized I didn't want to spend my life half feeling things, half loving, half healing, half living. I wanted something real, something gentle, something that didn't just visit when the sky was blue, but stayed through the storms and helped me carry the weight. That's when I started getting ready for you. Before I ever met you, I started becoming the man I knew I'd want to be with you. Someone who wouldn't run when love got quiet. Someone who could speak without fear. Someone who could hold another heart without shaking. And I know I still have work to do. I'm not perfect, but I'm present. And I'm steady now in a way I never was before. So when I say, my future wife, I don't just mean someone I'll stand beside in photos. I mean someone I'll walk through life with in silence, in laughter, in every ordinary day that's made extraordinary by simply sharing it. You won't have to be anything other than yourself. Because that's who I've been waiting for. Not the perfect version. Just you. The real you. The one who's been through too much to believe in love easily, but still hopes, even just a little, that maybe this time, it won't slip away. If you're watching this and wondering if you're her, maybe the fact that you haven't looked away yet is the answer. Let me tell you what I picture. Not the wedding, not the rings, not the perfect Instagram story, but the real life with you. The morning after a long week, when we sleep in too late and the coffee's already gone cold. You, wrapped in a blanket on the couch, hair a little messy, eyes still soft with sleep. Me, sitting next to you, brushing your leg with mine under the blanket. Not because I need anything, just because I want to feel you close. We wouldn't need a lot, just a space that feels like ours. A messy kitchen after trying to cook something new. 2 mugs left on the nightstand. Shoes kicked off at the door. Your sweater draped over my chair because you always steal mine and pretend you didn't. There would be days when we argue. Of course. Days when we misunderstand each other or get quiet for a little too long. But even then, we'd stay. We'd sit side by side at the edge of the bed, maybe not saying much at first, but reaching for each other anyway, because that's what real love does. It reaches, even when it's tired, even when it's unsure, even when it doesn't know the right words yet. I picture us doing simple things. Grocery shopping on a slow Sunday, folding laundry while your favorite playlist fills the room, ordering takeout after we've both had a rough day, and just lying on the floor eating it straight from the boxes, because comfort doesn't always need to look pretty. I imagine the way your face will look when you're focused on something, how I'll pause just to watch you, not say anything, just feel lucky that I get to be near you like this. In this life, you'll never have to wonder if I'm still in it. You'll know, because I'll say it in every drive safe text, in every forehead kiss, in every time I show up, especially when you didn't ask me to. Our love won't be made of fireworks and grand gestures. It'll be made of mornings, of middays, of stillness, of showing up for each other over and over again. Even when it's hard, even when we're tired, even when the world outside is loud. Because you will be my quiet place. And loving you won't be something I perform. It'll be something I live. There's one promise I know I can make, not wrapped in perfect words, not sealed with fancy gestures, but built in the most human way, with truth. Here it is. I will not love you only when it's easy, because love, real love, will stretch us. It will ask us to stay when we want to walk away. It will hand us moments where pride feels louder than patience, and still say, choose each other. And I will, every time. I won't love you only when you're smiling, or when you have everything figured out, or when you're full of sunshine and certainty. I will love you on the days when your faith wavers, when your confidence is quiet, when your voice cracks and you say, I don't feel like enough today. I will love you when you need space, not to pull away, but to breathe. When you need quiet, when you need less noise, less pressure, more gentleness. I will love you through your seasons, not just the bright ones, but the heavy ones too. Because I don't want a version of you that's always okay. I want all of you, even when loving yourself feels hard. I'll hold the love steady, until you remember how. I promise to show up, not perfectly, but consistently, to ask how you are and really mean it, to be curious about your dreams, your fears, your old stories, even if I've heard them before, to remind you quietly and often, you don't have to earn love here. You're already home. I don't promise we won't ever argue. I don't promise we won't have days that test us. But I do promise this. I won't leave when it gets hard. I won't make love something you have to prove. I won't let go of your hand when it starts to shake. Because the truth is, I never wanted perfect. I wanted real. And darling, if you're still listening, still watching, still wondering if this kind of love is meant for you, please know, it is, because this love, it's not a fantasy, it's a decision, and I've already made mine. It didn't happen because of a person. It wasn't some magical encounter. It wasn't a movie moment or a perfect kiss in the rain. It was a quiet day, one of those where life just felt still. I was sitting alone. No music. No distractions. Just me and a heart I hadn't really listened to in a long time. And out of nowhere, this thought settled in my chest. You're not broken. You're just still protecting the part of you that got hurt the most. It hit me hard. Because for so long, I thought I couldn't give real love anymore. I thought my heart had been used up by people who didn't know how to hold it. I thought maybe I had missed my chance, that maybe love was something I gave too much of. And now I had nothing left. But in that quiet, I realized, the love didn't leave me, I just buried it to survive. And I've been carrying it ever since, tucked away under all the times I had to pretend I didn't care. All the moments I had to act like being left didn't sting. All the times I watered someone else's soul while mine stayed dry. But that day, that stillness, it reminded me, love was never the problem. Where I placed it, that's what broke me. And I knew right then, when I love again, I want it to be different. Not louder, not bigger, just truer. I want to give love not to prove my worth, but because I know it now. I want to hold someone not because I'm afraid to lose them, but because I genuinely want to stay. And most of all, I want to be ready for someone who's also done the work. Someone who's not perfect, but present. Someone who doesn't need fixing, just understanding. So that's why, if you're watching this, and something in you feels like this was meant for you, maybe it was. Because I didn't start believing in love again because of one big moment. I started believing again when I chose to love myself enough to wait. For the kind of connection that doesn't rush, doesn't wound, doesn't pretend, just stays.